Yeah, I know. It's me again. It's Friday. It's time to talk about the movies I watched this week. So let's get on with it. First movie I watched this week was Armageddon, starring Bruce Willis and Billy Bob Thornton. Yeah, it's about there's meteor on its way to Earth. It's going to destroy the Earth. Going to cause a lot of problems. So Bruce Willis and his crew get to go off into outer space. They're drillers, they're oil driggers, so they get to go to outer space and drill a big hole in this meteor to try to destroy it, basically, before it hits the Earth. It's a very exciting movie. I liked it, and I give it an 8 out of 10, because it's fun. How do you like that? Next, A League of Their Own. Gina Davis and Tom Hanks, a girls' baseball team in the 1940s. All the men are up to war. I presumably think so. So they decide to start a girls' baseball team, a league. And Tom Hanks is hilarious in it. He's funny. And Gina Davis has a very good part. But anyway, the movie's alright, nothing wrong with the movie. You can watch this movie again if you want to next year. It's a fun movie. What did I give it? I gave it a 7, see? 7s are always fine. 7s are good. And what else did I watch? I watched a movie called Focus. There's A League of Their Own right there. And Focus, from 2015, starring Margot Robbie and Will Smith. Margot Robbie finds out that Bruce Willis is a scam artist, a crook, whatever you want to call him. She decides to scam him and rob him and all that stuff, but it never worked out that well for her. But she hooks up with Will Smith and starts going around learning how to scam people and steal from them and pickpocket them and everything else, right? So it's a fun movie if you want to watch it. Nothing wrong with it. It's fine. I gave that a 7, a big 7 for Focus. All right, what else did I watch? Oh yeah, I watched a movie on TCM, or not TCM. Sorry, the movie channel here. In Toronto, the movie channel, Crave TV. I watched Annabelle. What's her name? Annabelle or Annabella Comes Home, 2019 from last year. Starring Verma Farmiga and Patrick Wilson. Ed and Lorraine Warren locked their possessed doll in their artifacts room. You know, that room they have in their house? They put this doll in there, right? Lock her up behind glass doors. Anyway, they decide to go out for a night or a weekend or whatever it is, and you get this young girl to babysit their daughter, right? So this young girl's friend comes over, right? Well, the daughter, their daughter and her friend are out getting some ice cream cones. This young girl decides to break into this artifact room, and she comes across Annabelle. And Annabelle gets out and creates all kinds of problems and everything, you name it. So I give it a 6. It was alright, but nothing great. I wasn't too crazy over this movie, but it's a 6, that's it. Alright, what else did I watch? I watched Breakdown. This movie right here, 1997's Breakdown. Kurt Russell and J.T. Walsh. Anyway, they're driving on the highway. The car breaks down. This nice truck driver guy in a big 18-wheeler comes up and wants to know if he can help, and they say no, but he offers to take Russell's wife down to the next stop, right, so she can get help and stuff. So, of course, she gets in the truck and she buggers off. And a little while later, Russell's character, Jeff, is waiting for his wife to come back. And he's waiting, and he finally looks under the hood, and there's a couple of wires loose, come apart, so he plugs the wires back in the truck. His car truck starts up, and he heads down the highway looking for his wife. Goes into the restaurant. He wants to know if anybody's seen his wife, and they all say no. And he's standing there going dumbfounded, going, "What? Yeah, she came down here to get help," and none of them say, "No, we never seen your wife." So now he starts looking for her. Very good movie, interesting, suspenseful. I gave it an 8. 8 for breakdown. Oh, now another movie I watched I have right here, Skyline. Yes, from 2010. Oh, this Skyline movie. Okay, so it opens up. People are in this, I guess, condominium / apartment. They're there for a visit, right? And they fall asleep. Everybody had a party and they got drunk and stuff. So, they passed out, they went to sleep. So there's a big bright light outside, right? And they look outside and there's a big bright light and everybody's going, "What's going on?" The curtains are, down, right? So anyway, this one guy decides to go out in the balcony. He starts walking towards the balcony and he opens up the door and he fucking disappears. Gone. Just like that. And then, the light, and they find out that they're being invaded by aliens. These crazy little things running around, gobbling up people and just making them, I don't know how you, eating them? I don't know, eating them, sucking them into their body and stuff. Anyway, I don't want to go on any longer with this one because this is a terrible movie, so don't watch it. If you come across it, save your time, energy, have a bologna sandwich or something and drink a cup of tea and read a book, but don't watch this movie. This movie gets a 2 out of a 10. It stars Eric Balfour and Scotty Thompson. Then they wake up to monsters. So this one, you know where this one's going, people, right? What did I say? This is a dumpster movie. Don't break the window bar. Gets thrown in the dumpster. That's where that one goes. Now we're talking about some movies that are good to watch. This 3 set right here. This has got Red Dawn. I also have Red Dawn on a Blu-ray. And it's got Roadhouse. I bought this for Roadhouse because I couldn't find Roadhouse anywhere else. And it also has Youngblood. Youngblood with Rob Lowe. Yeah. So we all know what Red Dawn is, right? Very good movie, Red Dawn. Nothing wrong with it. You can watch Red Dawn again next week. So yeah, 1984 Red Dawn. It's about family, people. Yeah. And what do you do with your family? You protect them. 1989 Roadhouse. Roadhouse is just a fun movie. I call it a fluff movie. It's fun. There's nothing serious about this movie. It's just a good ride, a good watch, right? What did I give Roadhouse? I gave Roadhouse a 7. I gave Red Dawn an 8, and I gave Youngblood. Youngblood has to do with Patrick Swayze and Rob Lowe and a few of the young. Even Keanu Reeves is in it for a couple of scenes here and there. He's the goalie. He's French. He talks like he's French. But from 1986, a hockey player that's a very good hockey player, right? But his buddy Patrick Swayze gets kind of knocked out, and Rob Lowe quits the team and goes home to the farm. But then he goes back. So it's all fun. It's a good laugh movie. It's fun. I shouldn't say it's not a comedy. So, but anyway, it's a fun movie. I gave it a 6. It's just because you can watch it. So there's Roadhouse an 8. Roadhouse a 7, I should say. Red Dawn an 8, and Youngblood 6. Here's a movie right here. Flight, Denzel Washington, 2012. Don Cheadle and John Goodman and Kelly Riley. Now this guy, he's in a plane. There's something happening with the plane. It starts acting kind of weird and funny, and they start going down. They're heading down for a crash. He turns the plane upside down, stops the velocity of the flight, right, and he turns it back around again. So it kind of comes in for a landing. He lands in a field. He saves 106 people's lives. They all think he's a hero, but he's got a problem. He takes cocaine, he drinks, and he's a drunk. He's an alcoholic. So what happens in this movie at the end? Well, you're gonna have to watch it to find out. 2012. This one gets an 8, a big 8. It's a really good story. And then I watched Passengers Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence from 2016. This is all about going to another planet on this great, big, huge ship. It's going to take them 90 years to get there. So these people are all in these pods sleeping, right? And they're heading out to this other planet. But a problem arises. Chris Pratt, his little sleeping area opens up. He's awake now. The only problem is, he's awake and everybody else is still sleeping. And then he comes across Jennifer Lawrence. She's laying in the pod too, she's sleeping. And he's reading all about her story and stuff. Now, he decides to wake her up because he's basically lonely and he wants somebody to talk to. But she doesn't find that out until later and she gets pissed at him. Yep, and then, what's his name? Who else is in this? What's his name? Lawrence. Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne. He shows up near, pretty well near the end, right? But he tells him, he helps them do things and all that. But another movie you're going to have to watch to find out what happens. Now this movie, Passengers, I gave it an 8. I liked it. It's a very good movie. Another one I watched was Escobar from 2014. Benicio del Toro and Josh Hutcherson. I just watched Josh Hutcherson in a movie last week, I think it was. Yeah, Journey to the Center of the Earth. It's the same young guy. But, you know, Escobar, right? He's a drug dealer. He kills people. And Josh Hutcherson, he's like a Canadian guy. He's sleeping on the island and, you know, and stuff like that. And, you know, he meets up with this young girl, which happens to be Escobar's niece. And then they get married, and then, oh man, things start happening then. So, very interesting movie. Escobar starts killing everybody. Yeah. So, another movie you're going to have to watch if you want to, you know, it's a good watch. Nothing wrong with it. It's a 7. McFarland. U.s.A. McFarland, right here. Kevin Costner, Maria Bello? Yeah, Bello. This is the true story. He's a teacher, gym teacher, whatever you want to call him. He moves down to the end of the USA, down where everybody's picking vegetables, right? You know, they're in the field. The mothers, the fathers, the kids, everybody's picking vegetables down there, strawberries, cabbages, whatever, right? Him and his wife and 2 kids don't understand any of this stuff. They're at a loss, right? So he turns around, they got a football team, right? He's the coach of the football team or assistant. That doesn't work out too well for him. So then he notices, right, these kids run all over the place. They're fast. He timed them, they're fast. So he starts a team, right? A running team, right? Kids cross country, right? Based on a true story. This really did happen for what it's worth, right? So yeah, this is a very good movie. Nothing wrong with it at all. It's a 7 out of 10. Yep, starring Kevin Costner. Not a thing wrong with it. It's a good watch. Alright, what else did I watch? I watched on TCM. Been wanting to watch this movie for a while. Yeah, Peter Lorre. You know, that creepy son of a bastard. Anyway, 1931. Yeah, a mother prepares dinner for her child. You know, school's over, you know, kids coming home, stuff like that. Dad's coming home, she's in there getting dinner ready. And meanwhile, she's waiting for her kid to show up from school, right? And in the time being, right, her daughter's down the street talking to some guy in the black overcoat. The guy in the black overcoat buys her a balloon. Off she goes with the guy in the black overcoat, trotting along with the balloon. Well, she's never seen it again. She's gone. And in the movie itself, as you see, there's posters up, right? Child missing, stuff like that, right? So there's this predator that lives in the neighborhood, around the neighborhood, right? Picking these kids off. So yeah, very creepy. So you watch the movie, it's fucking creepy, all right? You get a friggin' itchy feeling or a thing down your back, right? Because this is like, you see Peter Lorre's character? He looks like one creepy bastard. This movie was remade about 20 years later. I'll have to watch that sometime too, just to compare notes. But this one, Creepy Son Bitches, Peter Lorre. Yeah, gets an 8. 1931. M. Watched on TCM. I don't own it. I watched on TCM. I've had TCM for like 25 years. Yeah, it's worthwhile to me. I like TCM. I have the movie channel here too, at Home Box Office. I watch stuff on them. It's worth it. What are you gonna do? Anyway, I had another movie on TCM called Follow the Fleet. TCM Follow the Fleet, and it stars Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers and Randolph Scott and Harriet Hillier, which is Harriet Nelson, right? To be married later on, down the road to end up being the father of Ricky Nelson, right, and stuff like that, right? But yeah, they're two sailors. They're romance, two sisters, and there's a lot of singing and dancing, so that's okay. Nothing wrong with it. It gets a 7. And then I watched Beach Party 1963, starring Frankie Avalon and Annette. And all they do through the movie is fight with each other. And of course they make up, and everything's fine and dandy. Another beach movie with lousy music, but nice looking girls in bikinis. Yeah, and I seen this one at the show in 1963, and I was 12 years old. Don't blame me, because I was 12 years old. Everybody that was 12 years old, boys, went and seen these movies. And that's it for this week, people. What Bob's watched. I do hope you're taking care of each other, and I do hope you're staying safe, right? Say hello to your mother and father for me. Tell them you love them. We all love our mom and dad, eh? My mom and dad's not here anymore. No, but, we all love our mom and dad. Stay safe, wear masks. Nothing wrong with wearing a mask. I wear mine when I go out. I go down the street and I go to the variety store and I wear my mask. This week, for the first time, on probably Monday, I'm heading down to Food Basics, my grocery store. I'm wearing my mask and I'm heading out and I'm going to do my own shopping. I told Kelly went shopping for me this week, but I told her I'm going to do it come Monday, this Monday. I'm going to go out on my own, wear my mask, and go shopping. So stay safe, people, I should say, and keep watching those movies. Talk to you next week. Same channel, same bat. No, that's a TV show. Anyway, it's Bob, so stay tuned to my channel, Robert Harrison 2.0. Later, people.